That was another thing. Like when I mentioned this concept, like in one of my recent poems, I spoke on like how I said, pretty much how I can, how certain persecutors, influential figures, in whatever craftsmanship they may be, what I'm saying, they falsely accuse you of plagiarism and infringements and all this kind of stuff. And they can look at your stuff. They can stalk you. I said they can look at me. I can't glance it back. I'm saying that they can look at my stuff, but I can't look at theirs, or they say you taking their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which is wrong. I mean, they can look at you and lie on you, but you can't look at what they're saying or anything about them, or they bring, or that draft you into a reality that you weren't a part of to begin with. So if you take them, it's like a bait. It's like a bait for which they hinge your whole existence on. Like your life or death. They say it's life or death whether or not you pay attention to their reality. But if you do, your whole legacy and everything is destroyed. See, it's a trap. That's what they're doing. It's active crime. It's like something straight from the pits of hell. So they can look at me, which is my legacy and everything, my art form, my contribution, my original works, They can look at me and try to pick something apart from it, 24/7 and lie on me and all that. But I can't look at them or their stuff. I couldn't look at them or their stuff, especially during the time when it was most heated, But I couldn't pay attention to them, or they'll say I'm taking their stuff. So they're watching me to watch me. I mean, who's to say that they have the character and integrity to make that kind of judgment call? I mean, who's to say they're not liars? You know what I'm saying? Like, who gave them that kind of power, to be able to make it? When in reality, that's the main ones that were doing the line, and doing whatever they were saying other people were doing. And so that's another part of, the whole situation with this success and opposition of it in my journey. It came like very heavy and was darkness, to an extent that I feel like it's not really comparable to many other journeys. Like it's unnatural to say the least. But yeah, man, that's why that was one of the main things. So people, like, what they was doing to me, they were watching me. They had people to watch me or stalk me, see if I pay attention, to be able to see what they're doing to me. Because if I see it, then they'll say that I'm doing that to them, when that's what they were doing. It's take your golden eggs and then to keep a control on you so you don't get too out of it. On top of that, that's when the intimidation and violence and all of that. So everything was one huge satanic campaign. And I feel like somebody got like a huge situation on their hand. I mean, for those whose job it is in the world or in this society, to like get to the bottom of this kind of stuff, then they, I don't think it's too hard for them, because that's what people specialize in. I was just a victim, an artist, a man just that loves writing, a man, an author, that love the Lord and love poetry, creating poetry, not necessarily perceiving, everything. Like, they say you have to read to be able to write, but I beg to differ, to be honest, because I read the Bible, but throughout the years, through the conditioning of these things right here and to protect my legacy, I sequestered myself from, any type of other art forms and contribution, like mostly. Instead of the stuff where, nobody can undoubtedly say that my stuff was not like whatever they were trying to liken me to, because they were using that to discredit my legacy, which in turns devalues my legacy and takes glory from God, So yeah, man, it's really a huge, messed up kind of satanic campaign, and it was no mercy for me. During the times, it was absolutely no regard for me as anything, a brand, entity, human. I wasn't even considered dust beneath the shoes. Like, it was crazy, And then it still continued. Like, it's crazy. Like, you could be stalked and lied on simultaneously, but you can't pay attention to whoever doing it, because they're allowing you, or they'll say that you're infringing or something like that, or copyrighted, or you're doing something that you're not doing, just as a way to keep you from paying attention to what they're really doing on the low. Hey, I told you, man, this Antichrist stuff ain't no joke. That's how it was. But Jesus is Lord, and my legacy reigneth. Backtrack, I got new stuff I just put out. I'm kind of suspicious of the visibility of my stuff now, because not sure. It's just a situation I watch and see how it unfolds though. But God bless all the pure in heart. You shall see God.